Newbee's turn to pick.
So Newbee coming into this last pick. Chase him down. Afu on the run. So it looks as though just for now, Kaka is going to be able to get out. Tower hits him, and it will end up
feel like
being
it wasn't. Feel like
up where Sven might drop off.
maybe.
Meanwhile,
LFY
Stormhammer is going to come up on the Darkseer. Sunstrike is going to land on the Darkseer as well as the Burrow Strike coming in from Kaka. They'll end up getting themselves their first kill of the game. As Newbee now even it up at 1 apiece as Faith does get that kill. It is, 500 gold is SCCC over Super. And I feel as though that, and as I was about to say it, this Shadow Fiend's kind of been harassed quite a bit. Super's going to get that raise out on SCCC. Not going to survive. Fatal Bonds come down on both Kaka and SCCC. But really, there's no follow-up to that once you lose your Shadow Fiend. There's not much you can do. Now they make that deficit of the Shadow Fiend that much greater.
And then there's Slardar.
And they're setting up with the Ion Shell as well as the Slither Crush. A couple of raises hit from Super and no take.
Okay.
I do see Mugi using that God Strength just to try and farm up, and Apu trying to sprint away right into the Sunstrike, as well as the last word. He's going to continue to try and get run down by Mugi. The slow, the last word, both hits him. He's very low, trying to slither his way out of here. But Faith with that Arcane Curse.
They might want to be a little bit more aggressive early, recognizing that whenever you play against Sven, it's kind of the same concept as playing against, say, like an up.
We're actually going to see a Slithering Crush with the Ion Shell vacuum back.
Really take some towers, take some map control away from Newbee. Invoker and Sven do farm very quickly if they're allowed to.
Burrow Strike comes out as well as the Stormhammer. Sunstrike's going to land as well. Kaka and Mugi. God Strength's going to be used to clean up this Darkseer. Monet, Afu, DDC, they're going to be looking for a kill over mid on SCCC. They're going to drop the Chaotic Offering immediately with the Corrosive Haze. They get the Slithering Crush, and now they're still continuing to work on LFY. Newbee is here. They do have the Blink still on KP. They can get themselves a nice duel out. Overwhelming Odds comes out as well as the duel coming through onto this Troll Warlord. They're going to get him very low. The Epicenter is not going to even be needed as move. LFY, they sit pretty close by, maybe looking to turn it around and get themselves a couple of kills. Afu with the Ion Shell, so Luna comes down on Kaka. He might be in a little bit of trouble with the Stormhammer. Follows it up with the vacuum coming out on 3. Newbee getting very low. They've already lost Kaka. They're going to lose KP as well. And now Newbee, they're going to have to break.
Yeah, I think Newbee are aware of this, but LFY decided to take this because the enemy does have global sets.
Kaka can get in there. Find himself that Aegis Steel. So Faith, he's going to be the next one to fall. Super gets the kill. The way Newbee really needs to do to kind of defend this is God Strength comes out, the duel coming through onto the Super. He's going to be cleaned up by KP.
That's what they need to.
They answer my question, Newbee. Monet, Afu, Darkseer, and DDC. People to find up KP here for the Slithering Crush as well as the Corrosive Haze. They'll throw those axes at him. Monet with the overwhelming odds being hit on from KP, but the vacuum falling back. Darkseer gets the kill on KP. They use that smoke, get themselves a kill.
Slider's setting up top.
Blink, Slithering Crush. TP's coming in from both the Warlock as well as the Troll Warlord. They're going to try and make something happen. There's the Stormhammer coming out on 2. Mugi trying to get away. The Corrosive Haze is enough as well as Monet here. Get another kill.
Maybe might get bottom tower though.
Bottom Faith and SCCC looking to get this bottom tier 2, and now Faith, oh boy, he is way caught out. Now continuing to move forward with the Ion Shell, not going to be needed. Super gets one more strike.
Are fortified. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is falling. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And the lanes aren't like pushing too hard into one direction or the other.
LFY, they start. There's the Sunstrike as well as the Burrow Strike coming through. Now Mugi's going to go in with the God Strength. Then now 4 steps out as Monet's got that BKB off. Nobody's dead just yet. The duel's going to come through on Troll Warlord, but he's actually going to get the win over KP. So he's going to clean up 2. And now it's going to be a 2-for-1 as the Troll Warlord as well as the Sven and the Legion Commander are going to fall first. And they get the Burrow Strike coming out on 2 as well as the Epicenter coming in from Kaka. That'll be the Warlock falling. And the Shadow Fiend is going to be the next one to drop. Super hits the deck. And it looks as though next up is going to be the Darkseer. So a 4-for-2 trade in favor of Newbee. And the game gets back to about an even mark in terms of net worth, and from here,
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Roshan has fallen to the battle.
My things will bring me back.
Stem's advantage now that they've got the Aegis.
You might get a pick off on the Shadow Feint here.
Burrow Strike, here comes the Sunstrike. S-Triple-C gonna hit away. It's super uses that BKB, but not gonna be enough to get away, especially trying to get.
Looks like Newbee are smoked up here. They might have 2 heroes here.
They try and move to the high ground. KP is gonna get that duel off on the BKB troll. The Sunstrike's gonna hit. He's about half health and actually wins another duel. KP just so unfortunate. They do end up taking out Monet, and now they're gonna try and run down Apu. They've got that cold snap coming off. Moogie's trying to run him out with the God Strength, and S-Triple-C will find himself getting another kill on the Swordar, and they're gonna find another one in DDC. An easy Stormhammer, God Strength.
Not sure. You can't target Majmut enemies, so I think Silencer must have good.
It comes out as well as the EMP. You're going to get the Stormhammer. They're going to try to follow us up with the Sunstrike, and now in a little bit of trouble is Super. He's going to get 4-step forward, 4-step back, and now it looks as though LFY, they might try and chase down the retreating Newbee. Aka very low is going to miss that Burrow Strike, and then he can be used up, and with this trying to expand those radiances. Here comes the duel. KP, finally the victor. And I am completely frozen as the Chaotic Offering comes down, and now there's going to be a Burrow Strike to follow it up. They're going to bring down Apu. Darkseer is already dead, but now Monet, he's going to be trying to go forward with the chase. He's going to pop that BKB. He's got Kaka. He's got Faith, and now he's looking for more as Super is going to 4-step himself to the high ground, and he might actually catch KP. Stop moving completely. That might be due to the little bit of lag. But,
no, KP, he tried to do the damage item like MKB or Daedalus or Satanic.
Burrow Strike misses. He's going to blink back towards the shrine. Now he's going to get Yules up into the Slithering Crush. He's going to try and use that Sandstorm, but Monet 1 and 2 and
from the Sand King. I think he already got away.
And now Tornado EMP is going to land on Super. No more mana for that, man. And let's see if Newbee, well, they can defend it. They blink in, get the duel with the Blade Mail. Global Signs comes out as well as the Meteor, and they will find themselves actually Super getting the kill on KP, but Newbee gets the kill on Monet. Before that ends up going down, the Chaotic Offering is going to come through. Apu looking for a 4-step, as well as a Slithering Crush, but not going to find it. And now they have to retreat on LFY, and Newbee, they are looking to chase. Sunstrike going to come through. They do get it, the Stormhammer out onto this Warlock DDC. So they'll find themselves another. Here comes the Yule. Super might be in a little bit of trouble. Kaka just watching him for the time being. He's got that Burrow Strike back up. Here's the blink from Moogie. They're continuing to work. And he's got that Butterfly. Will keep him alive a little bit longer, but they are going to pop that Aegis. Look for the Epicenter coming in from Kaka. And now it looks as though it's not going to go his way. It's going to go to the back lines as Darkseer as well as Sartor are going to be hit. And they now back alive, trying to hit down Moogie. Moogie's going to get run down as BKB is popped by this Troll Warlord. Meanwhile, on the back end, they're going to look for S-Triple-C, but the Cold Snap's going to stop him for just a moment. The blink way, and now Kaka with that Yules as well as Burrow Strike. He'll get himself a little bit of room between him and the side of
It's coming in. Or almost came in.
And he's still sitting in those trees. Very smart. And that's going to be BKB's pop. That's going to be a nice duel coming out. But a big vacuum wall is going to come on through from the Darkseer. Now they're going to try and clean this up. Here comes the Meteor that's going to be dropped as well as the Chaotic Offering. KP's going to be the first one to drop on Newbee. They get the Slithering Crush coming out on Moogie. Moogie might be in a little bit of trouble, but the silence is going to be there for the Darkseer. He's going to use that War Cry as well as the Burrow Strike that's going to hit on Monet. He's going to be tornadoed up. And he's not going to drop just yet, but he'll finally fall as S-Triple-C gets himself a nice wicked 6 streak, and 3 are dead on LFY. They're going to try and chase down Super, who's continuing to run, but the Burrow Strike's going to hit from Kaka. Meanwhile, they don't actually have buyback on this Troll Warlord, and he's dead for 100 seconds. They get the kill on Super, and he's dead for 88 seconds. So a huge team fight for Newbee, maybe enough to get themselves a set of racks or 2, and possibly even just finish off the game. The Tornado, that is going to hit on the Darkseer. They're going to try and follow this up with the Burrow Strike a little bit too early, and Darkseer is going to try and surge himself out, and meanwhile, just find himself an escape. While all that's happening, Newbee, they're going to clean up this first set of racks in the middle lane as well as that tier 3 tower. They head towards bottom, and they are really looking to clean it up, and just like that, LFY, they're just going to call it GG, and that's it. So a nice team fight from Newbee wins them the game.
Yep, that Blade Mail duel with Global Sounds is too strong. They kill the Troll, although the Troll consumed the cheese afterwards.